Let's move it along, Chief. Let's look at some specific things, like the tax reform bills. The president sent 4 tax reform bills to the National Assembly, and then the National Economic Council had a meeting, and where the governors said, oh no, president should withdraw those bills. What is your take on all of this? How do you read it? Now, before you comment, Chief, I just wanted to remind you an important point. Clearly, Nigeria's tax to GDP ratio is one of the lowest in the world. So we do have a problem with getting our people, those who can pay, to pay. That's a basic problem.
Yes.
But how do you read, the way these tax reform bills have been going?
Well, as I told you, I have never declared open my support, making speeches for President Tinubu. As I said, it is too early for me to issue a statement. But let me say this. On this ground, they don't I congratulate him for his steadfastness, for his courage and wisdom. Because certain individuals or politicians want to run this country as their own country. When you decide to share, you must say, where the money we are sharing, where does it come from? So it must be taxed. But at the same time, I was shocked when the 36 governors, under the chairmanship of the vice president, met and discussed that Mr. President should set aside the bills for further consultation. And not only that, for the 19 northern governors to come together. When they have been meeting over the years, they should ask themselves, what have we gained? What have we realized for dividing Nigeria? 19 governors, 17 governors, and so forth. Today you have progressive governors and PDP governors. These are not things helping Nigeria. The constitution of Nigeria now with practice is bad. It's not good enough. By that meeting, the vice president, my good friend, son, became a father. That he now has to carry news. That body is a constitutional body set up by the Constitution of Nigeria.
Yeah.
That at an advisory council, their council or whatever.
Yeah, advisory council, yes. You're right.
Under the chairmanship of Mr.
Vice President,
should meet with all the governors attending. But today, the governors have converted that
council.
This council to an executive body. They've now gone into politics, so they now control the NEC, what you call it.
Yeah.
So
NEC.
Now, after they've done that, the question one asks, who were they going to consult? How many times have they been consulting their people? They know they don't stay at home. They're always in Abuja, thinking that they will get more money. So, as far as I'm concerned, I was so shocked again when I learned that the 19 governors of the North have met again. If 36 of you met, why are you meeting again? Because the northern governors, most of them, do not realize what they are doing. So this double standard, this arrogance of power must stop.
Okay.
So as far as I'm concerned, that tax bill must go on. But let me tell you one thing. Where I came in. Section 62 of the Nigerian Constitution, 1999 Constitution,
okay,
talks about derivation.
Yeah.
Now, that's a tax system also. From there, taxes are paid. One would have expected that Mr. President, in his 4 bills, would not forget the provision of the payment of tax to the states that produce whatever resources.
Right.
So that again was a mistake by the government. To underplay us, Nigerians forget so quickly. I was Commissioner for Finance in a Midwest state between 1972 and 1974. I was Commissioner for Education, Midwest state, from 1968 to 1971. I am therefore surprised that people forget so easily. When our sage, our father, Chief Obafemi Awolowo, was in charge of the government of Western Nigeria, it is true, cocoa was one of the resources areas where we got our resources.
Right.
And 50% went to the West. And with that 50%, we had free education in 1956.
Yeah.
We benefited from it. But when television came in 59,
Right.
when I say we, those of us from the minority area, Midwest, we don't. Roads that were built by Israeli companies, they never came to the Midwest. That's why the Midwest movement was formed. Similarly, the core state in the East believed that the Igbos were suppressing them. They form about 2/3 of the population. Therefore, they want a core state. Even our people, Chief Udo Odoma, and many others,
Right.
believed that they were being oppressed.
Right.
The Pabliye, that's how Niger Delta Congress came into being. But what happened? When the Midwest state was created, the region was created in 1963, what happened? They said we should go home immediately. And there's a saying we used to, there was one Chief Oluwapata. And when Chief Akintola saw him, he said, what's your name? He said, Apata. How do you spell Apata? They say A-K-P-A-T-A.
Yeah.
Say, no, you're not Yoruba. Yoruba say A-P-A-T-A something. So you go back to your state. So we laughed. We are using it laughing. But what is the significance? At the end of the government, of the two governments, when they separated,
Right.
the West, the Yorubas, refused to share the assets and the liabilities belonging to the two regions. Till today, they were the only people being treated like that. And I remember as Commissioner for Finance, I accompanied my governor to Ekiti, where Adebayo was saying the weekend. And the late Oni of Ife and Edwin Bakare were there with him. We were all playing. Then this issue came up. Adebayo, who used to be so nice, was very angry. What did you contribute to our economy? And so on and so forth. So till today, we did not share. Only in that area, West. The East shared their own. Not share their own.
But the West refused to.
The West refused to share.
Is that so?
And what have they done?
Interesting.
They are up to today.
Okay.
They didn't share. And when the question was asked, Adebayo refused. Then what am I saying today? It is the same West that now takes the briefcase to come to Abuja to share in the federal money. And the money comes from where? From the same Midwest, they refuse to share money with.
The issue between Chief Afe Babalola and Dele Farotimi, the question of criminal defamation, the man has been in detention. I think it's been released this weekend. What's your take? How do you measure, what has happened? What's your own assessment?
Listen, Nigeria, because we have no problem now. We are not solving our problems, major problems. This is a very small matter that could be settled between the two. If a man says that you said I did this against the government, I used criminality or something, explain, or vice versa. So I do not want to comment on it. I'm a lawyer. Not only that, I know my limitations. And above all that, Chief Afe Babalola is my friend. And I do not want to make comments that will be misunderstood.
Okay.
And so all that I will say is that the people should not blow up this thing. Let this matter be settled. If the man has gone on bail, the Yoruba elders, that's why you have a Ferry. They should now summon two of them and talk to them. Because the matter is assuming wider dimension, where politicians are coming in again. So I'm appealing to my friend, Chief Afe Babalola. He had made his name. One man who had made his name in the whole of this Nigeria for not entering the door, the room of secondary school. A man today, one of the best lawyers Nigeria or Africa has produced. So I think we must respect our people who have contributed to the name of Nigeria. Not that the rich should oppress the poor, but I believe that this matter is being overblown. So I'm appealing to both sides to sit down. Some of us will be ready to participate. So settle this thing. Not to allow a Ferry or other Yoruba bodies to come in to say so. Those who want to play politics, let them play their politics. So if this is a matter of libel or of criminal libel or so on, these are things that should be sorted out. I don't want to make any comments.
No comments. All right. Thank you so much for your views and for your contribution. And thank you for your voice, which travels very far in this country. Thank you for coming again to Inside Sources. We do appreciate it. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, sir.
Thank you very much. Well, I wish you happy Christmas, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Exactly.
And I pray the government to listen to the voice of the people, particularly at this time, and identify himself with the ordinary people in Nigeria. There are many people who will be satisfied if Mr. President comes out to address Nigerians casually and so on, talking to them. And so I think we need more of Mr. President meeting up with the generality of Nigeria.
All right. And that's
So I wish him a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And I also pray that Nigerians, despite our difficulties, we have no other country to go to. This is the only country we have. No other country in Africa can take the number of refugees that will come from Nigeria. So let us remain our country. Agreed. Let us meet what the various groups in Nigeria want and come back together and see what we cannot manage. If the colonial government can manage, put us together, why can't we
manage ourselves?
Could we it ourselves?
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and I wish you all